And so the dentist says 2:30. Oh, hey there. Well, you actually might be noticing an issue here. Is my patient's getting a little early April shower, as you can see. And this is all because of this. This little bugger right here has a sticky button. So if you want to kind of follow me and go through the whole motions, we'll learn how to change the sticky button so this guy doesn't have to go home and take another bath to get all the dental water off. So here's kind of the rapid fast version of how to go and fix this. Did you catch that? Well, if it was too quick for you, stick around for the rest of the video and enjoy what we're going to be going over today. You might learn a good thing or two to help out your office. In the meantime, go and clean yourself up, okay? With my other style of air water syringe, since you do not see any retention pin right here along the side, we need to go right in between the two buttons that are right there. Remember, this is my stucky one with the problem of it not coming up all the way. We need to go and aim for that little retention pin. Taking your smallest Allen wrench, usually comes in your repair kit for your unit. I'm gonna go and fit that right in between that little key, and I'm just gonna give it a twist. I like to make sure to hold down on my buttons to make sure they don't go flying up, and you're just gonna keep turning this key until it lifts all the way out. From there, I can take my buttons completely out and make sure to keep that little screw that holds these buttons in. Very important for later. But as I go and remove these buttons, remember our air button, make sure to keep track of all those. Looks like as I look at it, there's not too much gunk. It freely moves up and down without too much issue. We can probably give this a slight little clean. But our water that was giving us our water leak issue, as I go and pull that up, it feels like it's giving me some resistance. And as I look into my little air water thing, it's really resistant to being moved. So there's some level of gunk that's being hidden inside there. There's some level of gunk being hidden inside this air water button. So we're gonna give it a nice little clean out the inner portions. Remember, there's still two springs in there that we're gonna have to take account for. So pull one, pull the other. Let's go ahead and give that a nice little clean. Because this is the water button that's sticky, which typically happens, it's usually because of contaminants or algae that builds up in the water because we use self-contained bottles. And as we can see, after getting it a little bit cleaner, we have some little discoloration in what we're cleaning off. Make sure it has a nice good slide. We can take a little bit of my material here, and since I'm really not going to need too much, I'm just going to poke a small little hole in it so I can get out just what I need, which is not much here. And I give that a nice rub so that it lubricates up those O-rings and the inner piston so they don't crack, and allows for lubrication of this piston so it moves freely. Give a little bit of that for my springs. And let's go and set these back into place. And so now this is when it gets back to being tricky, because remember, we had that little piece right in the center that we're going to need to remember to put back. So now that I have my piece, I can go and slowly put these back just about there or so. And then we're going to go back and insert our little retention key that we had here back into that spot. Now that we got that wedged in there, now we're going to go and screw in that little key so it holds everything in place. From there, we can go and test out our buttons once more. Let's get a nice spring to its step. That one does also. So with that finished, that's how we're going to go and replace this version of the buttons. If you don't have this version where it holds on by friction, your little air water syringe, then go ahead and check out my other video that I have that goes over the colored version and how to take the buttons apart and do this repair. Apart from that, take it easy, check out some of the other videos, and we'll see you next time on Dental Things. Later.